Today we are looking at a question like this. Now, for a question like this, it will always be in section A, okay? So yeah, you want to see, right? Over here it says, right, which row and column will the number 808 be? Now we're gonna look at each column. Column A, right? They are all multiples of 6. Column B, it's always plus 2. Sorry, I apologize. Plus 4, plus 2, plus 4. Right? So that's the pattern. Column C is plus 2, plus 4, plus 2. Column D, it's all multiples of 3. Now, so from here itself, right, we obviously have to understand that column A and column D cannot be anymore. Because why is that? So let's talk about column A first. When it comes to column A, because they're all multiples of 6, let's imagine if 808 is over here. Right? If 808 is over here, there's actually no way you can actually get to 808 if you were to multiply by 6, right? Because you see, let's just think about it, okay? If I were to just, list down, let's say the next number, right? Because it goes like a snake, right? 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then over here, we'll continue, right? We'll continue with 16. This is nothing. 17, 18. You can see all of these numbers are all multiple of 6. How can 808 be here? If all of these numbers has to be a multiple of 6, 808 is not a multiple of 6. So that's the reason why this part is not possible. Then multiple of 3 is also not possible. So column A cannot be the answer. Column D also cannot be the answer. Why? Because column D, it's all multiples of 3. Right? So will you be able to see 808 in multiples of 3? Let's divide 808 divided by 3. You get you don't get to a nice number, right? You get 263.33333. So therefore column D is out. Now you're left with column B and C. So we're gonna solve column B first. We want to see whether if it appears. Now for row 1 itself, it's 1. For row 2 itself, it's 1 plus 4, which is actually equals to 5. For row 3 itself, it's 1 plus 4 plus 2, which is equals to 7. For row 4 itself, it's equals to 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4, which is equals to 11. So you can see that the pattern is always starting with the digit 1. And also, it continues with this thing called 42424242. And the number of digits is equals to the number, is equal to the row number. 3-digit, row 3. 2-digit, row 2. So over here, we are trying to find which row will I be able to see. So this goes on, right? Will I be able to see 808? We want to see whether if that's possible, right? So from here itself, very simple. What you want to do is, because over here you can actually call it in sets, right? So the first thing I want to ask myself, right, is what is the value over here? The value over here must be 808 minus 1. Why I remove away 1? Because the first digit is 1, right? So I know that the remaining amount, which is 807, okay, all right, it has to fall in this bracket, okay? So we know that one set is actually equals to 4 plus 2, right? Which is equals to 6. So how many sets will I be able to get if I want to get to 807? Or how many sets do I need if I want to get to 807? All right, from here itself, you can see it's 134. Let's just do 804 divided by 6. We get to 134.5, okay? Don't worry. If that is the case, 134.5 means 134 and a half, right? So I want to get to something that is closest. All right. I want to get to something that is closest to 807. Right. I want to get to something that is closest to 807. So maybe I will just do 803 divided by 6. Okay, that's not possible. So if I have 807 over here, all right, in that situation, right, what do they mean by half? Let's see. 807 divided by 6, we get 134.5. Okay, so over here you must times 134.5, right? So how many sets are there? There must be 134.5 sets of 4 and 2. Okay, 134.5 sets of 4 and 2. Let's break it up. Let's see 134 sets. Okay, if 134 sets of 4 and 2, what does that mean? It means that I have 134 times 6. What is 134 times 6? That gets me to 804. And then the 0.5 is only half a set. Agree or disagree? So 804 what? This is the value, all right? This is the value, okay? So over here, you can see this is the value. Half a set basically means just one number, right? Because if one set, I have two numbers, half a set, I must have one number, and that one number has to be the number 4. So from here itself, you realize that, oh, wow, I can actually add it up and get to 808. Wow, that means to say 808 actually exists in column B. But now I guess the row is the one that we want to find out, right? For the row itself, don't worry. Let me just use something simple to help you. You can see that there are how many digits over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 digits is actually equals to 4 rows. So my question to you is how many digits are there over here? Right? How many digits are there over here? Digits means the number of numbers. Okay, if that is helpful. Well, it's definitely not 807. Right? So I know that because there are 134 sets, okay, because there are 134 sets, right? Since one set is actually equals to two numbers, or in fact, we will just use the word digits instead, then 134 sets 134 sets is actually equals to 134 times 2, which is equals to 268 digits. But you see, don't forget about this half a set. Half a set is just simply one number. So 268 digit, we need to add this one digit, right? Which gives me to 269 digits. Now, we are not done here because you have to remember to add in the first one, right? So the 269 digits basically exists here. The first one is basically one more, so 269 plus 1, therefore your answer has to be 270 digits, which also mean 270 digits, so this is the one digit, when you add them up, 270 digits, right? Which also mean that this pattern number has to be 270 row. All right, row 270. Okay, so I'm very convinced that this 808 has to exist in column B. But you know what? I'm not going to be complacent because what about column C? Okay, so I'm just going to do the same thing for column C. Okay, for row 1, okay, let me just write down column. I'm trying to find if 808 exists in column C. Row 1 is actually 2. Row 2 is actually 2 plus 2, which is equals to 4. Row 3 is actually equals to 2 plus 2 plus 4, which is equals to 8. Row 4 is actually equals to 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2, which is equals to 10. Now, what do you see from here? You see that the numbers repeats itself, right? And the numbers over here, they are all 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. So what I want to do is I want to find row number, how much? Row number, we don't know, but I know that it starts with 2, and I know that it will continue to have 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4. All right, it goes on and on and on. And that gets me to an answer. It should get me to 808, right? We want it to get to 808. So same process, we are going to find out the value of this. The value of this has to be 808 minus away 2. Why minus 2? Because I'm trying to remove away the first number. And we get to 806. Okay, so if one set, I have a value of 2 plus 4, which is equals to 6, how many sets do I need in order for me to get to 806? Right, the question I have for you is obviously, right, how do you get from here to here? So 806 divided by 6, you realize you get to, okay, from here to here, you need to times 134.333, and there's no such thing as 134.333, right? How do you have a, because 134.333 is 134 sets, with 1/3 of a set. How do you have 1/3 of a set, right? 0.333 is 1/3. There's no way you can have 1/3 of a set. So therefore, you will not be able to find 808, but rather, all right, you'll be able to find 808. Okay, you'll be able to find 6 times 134. You'll be able to find 804 for sure. Okay, all right, because 134 sets is actually equals to 134 times 6. We get to an answer of 804. Okay, then the next number, right, that they will have, right, is 806. Okay, so and so forth. Oh, sorry, I apologize. It should be 804 plus 6, which is 810. That's the next number that you will see in this column. So you will not see 808. You missed out on 808. Okay, so therefore, your answer has to be column B and row 270. Okay, so that's your answer for this question. Goodbye. Hi everyone, if you like this video, you can click right here for a similar video, or you can view our playlist here.